In this video, we're going to turn this What's up guys, Barry here, and if it's your first time to the channel, we talk about beat making and music production within the Maschine. So if that's your thing, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. With that said, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to turn Polysynth's default sound into a lush, ever-evolving pad using Maschine's internal effects. We're going to start by opening up an instance of Maschine's Polysynth. At its default state, we get oscillator A with a saw wave engaged. You can experiment with different wave combinations, but for this example, we'll stick to the saw. To add another dimension to the sound, let's bring up the volume of oscillator B. And switch the wavetable to pulse. To build on the layers and voicing, I'm going to pitch up oscillator B by 12 semitones, so a full octave. And to add some texture to the pad, I'm going to introduce some noise. With the sound source set, you're going to want to adjust your amp envelope. I like to start with the attack. So that the sound doesn't end so abruptly, you're going to bring up the decay. I generally like to match my decay with my attack. And the thought process behind that is so that as one quarter note ends, another can swell and take its place. Delay is a great tool to add space to any sound. I like using Maschine's grain delay to add space, but also texture. Similar to oscillator B, let's pitch the delay up an octave as well. You don't need a lot for it to be effective. With grain delay adding some extra notes, it'd be a good idea to add a filter to tighten up its frequency spectrum, but to also add some movement to the pad. You can modulate the filter with an LFO, a tempo synced LFO, and an envelope. Let's sweep through different amounts of modulation to get an idea of what kind of effect we can produce. And so that the modulation isn't so sharp, let's reduce the LFO shape. And to make it more gradual, reduce the speed. A key component to a good pad is its spacious nature. So to add distance and space, let's add a reverb. Let's check our progress by muting and unmuting our effects so far. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the foundation of creating any pad. From here, you can add a variety of modulation effects to add interest to your sound. Chorus is a great modulation effect to add color, depth, and a shimmer to any sound. Phasers are another modulation effect I like to use to create an ever-evolving pad. It's super effective in this setting if you set a really slow speed. One thing I like to do if I've run out of ideas or effects is to run it through a filter again. Sometimes it'll take your sound to a totally different direction. And to tie everything together, let's add one more reverb to finish things off. Be sure to always save your sounds and your presets. You never know how it's going to sound in context with other instruments and within a beat.